Welcome to Roadcast, a visual blog dedicated to highlighting and amplifying creative endeavors in design, art, and innovation. This June, Roadcast had the opportunity to attend the Innovative Housing Showcase in Washington, D.C. We sat down with some of the leading entrepreneurs in housing to tour their prototype homes. Hosted by Secretary Fudge and the National Association of Home Builders on the National Mall, the event featured building technologies and housing solutions that are making housing more innovative, resilient, and affordable for American families. A big shout out to Diggs, LSW Architects, and Path House for sponsoring this series. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you down the road. All right, we are here with Whitney Walker of Connect Homes. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to be here, having conversations on the National Mall around innovative housing, of course, and maybe we begin with kind of orienting people to Connect Homes and kind of the origin story of how it begun, kind of orient people to like who you are and how it started.
Great, will do. So, you know, at Connect Homes, we build homes. They're built in a factory and they're modular. And so we're building those homes for rock stars and regular people.
For real, rock stars.
Yes, for real rock stars.
I love it.
And we're building them for real estate developers, and we're also building them for to house homeless people and other displaced individuals.
The full gamut.
Supportive communities. It is, and it really, you know, the genesis of the company, it started a little over 10 years ago. We delivered our first home in 2013, but it was founded by two architects, very talented guys, Jared Levy and Gordon Stott, and they were working for another architecture firm, and they were doing prefabbed homes, but they were doing it just for rock stars. And their feeling was very strong that they wanted to make modern living accessible for more people.
Yeah.
You know, and over time, it's really become to make modern living accessible for everyone. Every product that we build has the same level of structural integrity. It has the same opportunity for expansive glass, and we really do have, in our hearts we know that a beautiful space is adds to a person's sense of well-being, and so it doesn't matter. Rock stars need a nice place to recover from the travails of the road, and certainly someone who's been displaced needs relief as well. And so we really think it's important to provide a well-designed space for everyone. Yeah, so Jake, here's some photographs of our Mountain View project.
Oh, okay.
So again, this is housing for over 100 people. There's a community center there where they provide supportive care. They can have their meals in the cantina, and these are folks who were living in tents or campers.
Yeah.
And now they have a place where they can lock their gear up, they can go off and go to work, they can come home at night.
Love it.
And they've got a nice, well-lit space to...
And you're saying this is the same actual frame system that you'll build these like this?
It is the exact same patented system that we use to build those. You can see here one of the similar shelter unit on a truck, and so these are 8 foot wide by 40 foot long modules.
Okay.
That we just crane onto the back of a truck, drive it to the site, crane it off, and set it in place.
That seems to be one of those things of like, people don't understand that a big part of this endeavor is transportation. You can design something, but it has to be moved. and fairly easily.
Exactly, and for this you don't need permitting for oversized loads.
Oh, nice.
What we do is a transportation assessment as part of the due diligence phase. Before you ever even sign a design agreement.
Can we get it there?
We've been out to your site, we've looked at it, we make sure that we can get the trucks and the cranes in place.
Nice. Very cool.
And if we can't, but we think it's possible, then we can, in a remote location, you might need to change a roadway or take a tree out or something like that. Then you can decide if that is
Gotcha.
Feasible for you.
Cool.
This is from our design series, which is the higher end, more flexible product.
Oh yeah.
This is a 460 square foot ADU, but you've got a living space, you've got a bathroom, kitchenette, and a bedroom.
Yeah.
So
bathroom's pretty large too.
it's
I mean, it feels
generous,
great.
yeah.
It feels really good.
no, the space feels great with all this glass on this wall.
Yeah.
It really brings the outdoors in and brings the indoors out.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The glass makes a huge difference. And this is so you can kind of see, like, yeah, this is like having something like this overlooking a little creek, or like you said, like on the hillside, or it seems like it fits the bill.
Exactly. Yeah, you can imagine this scaled up as a second residence
Yeah,
for someone.
absolutely.
Or a primary residence in that type of location, which a lot of people are doing these days.
So you can connect them this lengthwise as well. Like, does the footprint go out, or what's the?
Yeah. So each unit is designed so they'll generally will stack end to end, but then they'll also stack side by side depending on the design, and then they'll stack up as well. So if you're getting into that 3,000 square foot house,
There you go.
it's 10 of these 10 by 40 modules. So we call it a Connect 10.
A Connect 10.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that, as I was speaking a moment ago about, I guess, the beauty of what we're doing as a concept is that, I tend to think of us like Tesla, in that we're making a really great product, but it's also very innovative and brings a lot of new technology to the market.
Yeah, maybe talk about that, kind of the energy efficiencies, or what else, the benefits of building this way and designing. Yeah.
Sure. So all the houses are LEED silver, qualified. They are solar ready. They're net zero capable. In the factory, there's less waste. About half the waste that you would find in a common home. So there are a lot of environmental benefits to the product that are sort of built in.
Nice.
Very efficient use of space.
Yeah.
Put a lot of thought to where the mechanicals go and other things, so that we can really maximize the amount of living space.
Yeah, and you can tell that's with design. It's like, what you're not noticing, the work it takes to kind of hide things and make it feel a certain way. Yeah, it's got a great feel.
So this unit would typically be something that someone they've got they're buying a Connect home. Maybe they're buying a 3,000 square foot home. They want an ADU. They would buy a unit like this to go on the lot. That's at the Rockstar end of the equation, I guess.
Yeah.
But then we have a 640 square foot version of this, which could be, you might consider it sort of an entry level home.
Nice.
And this would be more of a tiny home type application.
Yeah.
So this is a new product line for us. We call it the Pro Series. And what we've done, the ADU that you see here as our model is part of our Design Series product.
Okay.
And so that's the more premium, more flexible product offering that we have. So you can really choose how much glass you want. If you want a whole wall of glass, we can do a whole wall of glass for you. With this product line, there are a few more limitations, but along with that comes more affordability and so it's our product offering that really sort of fills that need in the market, and we're super proud of this. And I'll show you what else we can do with the flexibility of this product line in a moment. But here we've got from 640 square feet up to 2,000 square feet, so you can get a feel for the versatility of the platform, the product platform.
And you can go 3 high, or is there a limit to?
Yeah, we have only gone 3 high so far, 3 stories. So the future may bring more, but for right now we feel like this is a really versatile system. So we call this the Pro platform, and it's the same system as the Pro series, but what you can see is we have now attached units working off of the same basic floor plans and designs. They will have a shared wall, so there are some adaptations to them, but you can see it's the ability to erect a complete community, whether that's of detached homes or attached homes.
Yeah, I love that.
We're really excited about this.
Yeah, that seems to be, and for developers, like you said, like this is just a brilliant way to go.
That's it. I keep telling people, it's like, doesn't matter if you need, if you're a homeowner looking for a dream home, a developer who wants to build a community, or a supportive agency that's looking to provide supportive housing. We have products that fit all those needs.
And that really seems to be like a missing link in a lot of these conversations, is like, can it be a repeatable process for these different types of applications? Can you provide a developer what they want, or someone for a single family resident? So it's cool to see that you guys are doing it.
Yeah, I think it's part of the beauty of being founded by architects, is that we make a very well-designed home, so it's a great product. But it also, they are innovative as well, and they're really looking to solve problems on a big scale.
Yeah.
With small scale thinking, if you will.
Love it.
And so the result is a beautiful home that can be delivered quickly and will cost less than the comparable product.
Yeah, love
custom built.
It's interesting, kind of these common misconceptions around when you say a factory-built home. Like, people kind of have a idea in their mind of what that means.
Sure.
And I know for Connect, reading up a little bit, like, there's a passion behind saying all homes should be built this way. I wonder if you can kind of help connect the dots for people as to, like, why is it important to build this way, and why is there kind of an all-in variety of solutions you're providing for people?
Sure. And typically when people hear factory built, they think of mobile homes, which certainly have use cases that are important.
Yeah.
But that is not what we build. So we're building a home that meets all state and local codes, can be installed, and we use the word installed rather than built.
Yeah.
But can be installed in any jurisdiction. The only trick is, can we get a truck and a crane to the location? So we do a lot of remote builds, as well as urban infill for homeowners. And then, in working with real estate developers, we're doing the same. We're doing, small townhome-like communities in places like Idaho, and 2 or 3 townhomes on a lot, and an infill project in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's a pretty broad depth of projects that you guys are involved in.
Yeah, and I think there's another part of the answer to the question about what we do, and we take this system that we build homes with, and so if you want a 460 square foot ADU to add living space to an existing lot with an existing house. We service that. But then, on the other end of the spectrum, you can buy a 3,000 square foot home from us, and it uses the exact same system. So each of these standard size modules will arrive on a truck, and they'll be craned into place, I should say, craned into place.
Mm-hmm.
And within a day, your home is standing. And
it's crazy. You think about how like that in and of itself of like, hey, you can have a home in a day. I mean, granted, it didn't take that, but in our minds we have this idea of this long drawn out process of building a home versus, hey, you can do this in a contained environment on a repeatable process that makes it quick, and then drop this thing into place.
Exactly. And so to give you a little more insight, we've done an analysis that says if you want to build a custom home, and this timeline is really irrespective of the complexity of the home, but if it's a custom home, it's going to take somewhere between 2.5 and 4 years.
Jeez.
From the time that you hire your architect until the time that you move into it. And the other challenge is that along the way, costs are going to go up. The cost that you budgeted initially is going to change, and generally it's going to go up, not down. And you're going to make compromises along the way in order to keep it from getting out of control, right? And with Connect Homes, when you design your home, you have 100% certainty that it can be delivered as designed.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what your costs are going to be, because when you sign a purchase order, we are going to deliver the home for the price that's there in the purchase order.
Yeah.
I mean, and
it's a great perspective to give people of like, you put it back in that perspective of all the different factors you're dealing with and the simplicity that it brings, for sure.
Exactly. And so then you could say if we're 1.5 to 2 years versus 2.5 to 4, it's half the time, and it's about 30% less cost than it would be for a comparable home.
Yeah.
It's an outstanding value proposition as well, because, as everyone likes to say, time's money, right? And if it's your dream home or it's your real estate development, time is still money. Mm-hmm. We give you back time if you're a homeowner, and we help you save money. And if you're a developer, we're a great partner for you, because we're getting your project done faster than it could have been, which means your time from cash outlay to cash flow, positive cash flow, is going to be shorter.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we kind of wrap up with the question around why do you think we're at this spot? Like, why is the conversation around innovative housing happening literally on the national mall, like kind of the center of our universe in the U.S.,
Sure.
What is it, do you think, is like driving it to this place?
I mean, I think the bottom line is that housing is too scarce and it's too expensive. And it doesn't matter sort of where in that spectrum we've been talking about that you find yourself. It's just, it's too hard to come by, and it costs too much.
It's got to change.
It has to change. And so, that really sort of folds into and kind of is this blooming lotus flower, if you will, of our company, is that we are right kind of in the in the nexus of that. So.